I wish I had a map of the fortress, but I don't. I have a sense of it from looking at all of the aerial pictures that I reviewed today. And I don't want to be too boring about it. There are, okay, first of all, you know where Greyface's ship has actually crashed into it, right? And actually stuck itself into some of the buildings. And it would be at one of the inside corners of the old fortress wall. That's where it has landed or crashed or forcibly, placed itself, whatever it is. And so it's the craft that you remember, and it is in that position of the fortress's layout, and remembering that one edge is along the water. I am thinking that it is one of the corners of the fortress wall that is close to the water. So not one of the ones that is further toward the other end. I could not really tell. It's not a perfect square, the fortress wall, but it is more of a square than anything else. So that's why I'm talking about corners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's where the ship is. As far as where Hasmanen is, you know that he came in from the water. So you know that he's somewhere along there. Also, inside the whole fortress area, there are many buildings. It looks more like a college campus than anything else in there, doesn't it? Yeah. So
I think it basically has a lot of similarities to Kviberg and all the kasern.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sort of barracks structure.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole bunch of different things. It's mostly just a barracks and training ground. So inside there are all kinds of fields and equipment and things that you use for training. But there are a lot of offices in there, and as I have been enjoying myself making up for purposes of our comic, there are plenty of levels down there that nobody knows about, right? That's part of the fun. So I'm thinking too, I live right past this wall, and just across the street is the airbase, the Norrköping airbase that was demobilized a while ago. And so they're not allowed to build new buildings on it or to take out the old ones in case the Russians come and they have to start over again.
Yeah.
The point is that when I look over there, and I can walk around on there, a lot of them are being used for other purposes now. A lot of them are half in the ground. So what you have is the roof of the structure is actually at your eye level. Just a little bit over your eye level. Most of the building was sunk into the ground. And so it's kind of creepy. It's like old Norse mounds, except military buildings, right? Now I don't know if there are that many of those at Karlsborg, but let's say there are as well.
I have actually stayed at the hostel. That is just outside the mounds or the sort of earth wall that they have put up around it. But it's on the sort of peninsula. So I've been walking around there. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I was impressed by the pictures. I don't want to geek out about it too much, but it's kind of hilarious. It was planned back in the 1600s. And by the time they finally built it, war technology had changed so much.
That's
they had
always
to keep
nice.
redesigning it because they're like, shit, they have planes now. What are we going to do now? So we designed this to repel cannonballs from the water. We got to rethink. We have to rethink this shit. So, okay. So the the question is, Havsmannen, where were you headed?
Well, since I don't really know where they are at the moment, I was thinking about starting by the ship, or at least in the vicinity of the ship, and work my way from there.
Excellent. So your stealth roll does a great job getting you in through the hatches down there in the water. And you will come up through very, very ancient, stonework buried deep down below the shoreline, and into corridors or service routes down there that have not been used. Although very quickly you will find metal ladders and old lights and things like that show that at least for a while people were using this in the 20th century. And so from there you recognize that you can get around almost anywhere you want to in this corner of the fortress. The whole area, this part that you're in, you could probably come up anywhere you wanted in that quadrant, that section of the whole complex. And so, however, as soon as you get up another level or so, things will become a lot more modern. You'll probably come up through some sort of closet or closed door stairway that nobody has been down, or that is just routinely locked and everyone forgets about. And once you get through that, then you will be in sort of a new space. And so the what I mean by new space, I mean more modern technology. People may be running around, maybe in use. You have no idea what has occurred in these areas since Groansikten got there, since he arrived. You have no idea. Has there been a massacre? What? Right? No question. Or you have no answer. So at the moment, you are down there in the dark and deciding how to come up.
Isn't this the rendezvous place?
I assume.
Could be.
It could be. Yeah. I mean, you went back there and you got the layout of the whole fortress, and you might have told him to go in and, stay hidden in this area, and I will come to you.
So do you peer dramatically through a wall?
I think that sounds perfectly reasonable. I think he would.
Yeah, but not that dramatically with like bangs and stuff. More like
not a tap on my shoulder.
Yeah, but it's more like a kind of a psychedelic jelly bouncing out of. I mean, this like
what do you need me for? You got this guy around.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really because I'm between dimensions, so it's really hard to focus on me. So some parts of me are already gone through, and some parts are still in other places, and so I kind of it's like many coming. It's many dimensions and casuality.
I can see Havsmannen doing this and then saying, "Are you done yet?"
And I'm done. So, and this is we're not alone here. We're not the only ones here. So that's what I start saying. Then I brief Havsmannen what everything happened, and I also tell him that I hugged his girlfriend.
She probably needed a hug.
Right.
Yeah, she seemed very nice, and I'm totally sincere, and I'm not trying to cause any drama because I'm telling you that I hugged her because she needed a hug, not to make you jealous or something. She seems to be able to take care of herself.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So basically, we have to.
What do you mean? Not
we
alone.
have to look out. There we are, and I start explaining.
Okay.
All these guys coming in.
So there's a like a superhero squad sent here from some EU secret agency.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as they don't get in the way.
So,
I guess that's too much to ask, but
Well, I just put them into the situation for both and I.
I'm more concerned of collateral damage and the civilians, quote unquote, even if they're military personnel. I mean, people that were just working here when all this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't really give a shit about the EU, whatever.
No, you two are just alike then. Yes.
Yeah.
No, but there are more dangers than just Greyface and his.
Luxembourg doesn't even have a coast.
Yeah, really.
Well, I mean, what's up with that? Let's start there. Why would I care?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Let's go.
And I kind of ask the suit where to now, and I just start walking where
You're just cheating. Okay.
the feet takes me.
And I try to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just I'm just walking. I'm not like.
Okay.
I'm just.
Well, you don't have any, unless you use your awareness, you're not going to have any special sense to help you here. So,
and I use my awareness.
Okay. So yes, if you do, at which point you do start moving into your mild shutdown, which means that you're sort of literally drifting along.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because that's what more or less what you described yourself to be doing. Then you will become aware of two basic facts. One fact is where you are in position to the ship above.
Mm.
That's one thing. Another is that there is a great deal of activity in the ground area, the surface level, the yards and the roads and the landscaping and small buildings in that part of the fortress. There are people who are shooting. There are people who are running.
Okay.
And your awareness is not too detailed. But you know where you are in relationship to those things. Now, I'm trying to think of the next important point. Well, actually, no. I'm going to say this is now up to you. You've got the information that you can. You do know the way up, by the way. Your awareness will easily pick up where you go up. I mean, if you don't just float.
Did I... Last time, I can't remember, I sensed the sort of great evil, whatever that was, something else that's been here for a long time. Right. That was in the water. Okay. Right. So it's not here. All right. Okay. Well, how much you're telling me people are shooting and fighting. I guess we're moving quickly.
That's where we're
trying to help out.
Right.
There might be others trying to resist this, whatever it is. Let's give them a hand.
Excellent.